This is Big Poppy Racing.
Welcome back to the 2020 Diecast games. Today's event, the Frat Track Free-for-All. This will be half of round one. 128 cars in this. We'll just see 64 today. The top two winners will advance and get 3 points for both their team and the car. The brackets were drawn before any entries were received, and the winners will advance in the brackets as set. Here's a look at our track. Basic 3 downhills with 3 180s. We're going to use the 6-lane starter. There's your first little obstacle. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, and then we have a narrowing device going from 3 lanes. It'll look like this as we go. It'll start down the track. Each car will have its own lane through the start and through the first portion until it hits this here. That's where it will be narrowed down to 3 lanes. If those 4 cars hit that at the same time, somebody's coming off. Then they'll go around the first 180, and as they come downhill, there's a little narrowing feature that will knock it down to 2 lanes, and we'll use the adventure time until we come around for the finish. And thanks again, MDG, for the pads. The finish line will be the front edge of the tape, where you've seen here. We will use that today. This is going to be a little demonstration. Lanes 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 are used as they come down, as you can see. This will be the first heat of this demo race. The cars will come down. See, they'll slide off the narrowing feature. They'll come down, and in this case, the stalker first, the vet second, the caddy third, and the T-bird will be fourth. So they'll get 5 points for first, and 3, 2, 1. If you do not finish, you do not get points. So that was the first heat. Here's the second. They go through the narrowing feature, mix it up on the first turb. Everybody's through to this point. We're turning around. Oh, the stalker gets turned around into this curve, but he's going to back over stalker, vet, caddy, and the T-bird. So there was our second heat. Here's the third. They'll come in, mix it up, as you can see. This time the vet's going to get ahead of the stalker. The caddy and the T-bird are both out, and the vet will win. He gets the 5. 3 goes to the stalker. I'll take the time to bounce back and show you where the cars are at. This one's come off in an apron. We have a safety feature where if a car comes off that side of the track, an apron has been constructed to catch the cars so they will not hit the floor. Around we go. This is our last heat. Here comes the vet. He's going to take it, and then the caddy, I think, is going to get across, and maybe the T-bird's going to limp across. Let's see. Yep, he gets across. So the total points for this 4 heats will be as this result, and the top 2 cars, like I said, this is a demo, will advance. So let's get started. Dirty Deeb's 69 Mustang, Taiwan on Sandy Jaguar, Madness Motorsports Nissan, and Peter B's school bus. Down they go. Everybody makes it through the narrowing amp. Up, the school bus is pulled up. It looks like the Jaguar is going to take this heat way ahead. No, he's off the track. He's off the track. It looks like the Nissan is going to come and finish first, and the 69 Mustang second. So we'll take a look. There's a piece of styrofoam, in case you're wondering, underneath the cover on the bottom, so they're not hitting concrete. Both of those are off. The bus turned over in that first turn. So here we go for our second heat. We change lanes, so everybody runs in a different lane each time. Here they go. The school bus is out front. The Jaguar passes him around the next curve. Right now, all 4 cars are still going. Oh, the school bus turned over and the Mustang passed him. So the Jaguar takes the heat, the Mustang second. The other 2 cars did not finish. And we're going to heat 3. Here we go, down the loops. We go to the squeeze. Everybody's through. We're around the first corner. Oh, we got a pile up. Did a little bit of a pile going on. Hey, the Nissan's broke loose of the group. Can it make it down? It is going to make it down the track. Looks like the Skyline and Madness Motorsports are going to win that heat for 5 points. We got the dog pile there in the curve, and we're up to the last heat. Here we go. Everybody's been in every single lane, and down we go. Through the first. The school bus is in the lead, but the Jaguar passes him and gets hit from the back. The bus does. The Jaguar is going to finish and take first. The bus got hit from the back by the Mustang, and I think we just got another dog pile. So that's how this is going to end up. We look at the 4 cars and the totals. 2 10s. First tie we have when we start, but both will advance, so we will not run a tiebreaker for those 2. Our next heat, Crazy Fresh Entertainment with a red Porsche, Nick Deaver's Burlesque, Kaboom Racers Evo, and Rust Belt Racing's T-Bird. Here we go. Down the curve, everybody's through. Everybody's through the first curve, down the narrowing advice. Through second curve, looks like everybody's going to race here. Let's see. Everybody finishes. The Burlesque takes first. Second goes to the Porsche, then the Evo, and then the T-Bird. So now we're going to heat 2. A little bit of a squeeze there. Looks like the Burlesque again is taking off. It has really dominated in these Olympics so far. Burlesque will take first. Second will go to the Evo, and third goes to the red Porsche. Look back on the track, and I think our T-Bird, oh, here it comes. T-Bird's not going to cross the finish line, just doesn't have it. Third heat, here we go. Through the squeeze, everybody's made it around the curve. They're all in. Oh, Burlesque is out in front again, fighting off the Evo as they come around the corner, and he will not pass it. The Evo turns sideways. The T-Bird's going to sneak by for a second place finish. Good driving by Rust Belt and the T-Bird. Look back up on the car. There's our other car up on the track. So we're going to the fourth and final heat. Everybody's, like I said, has been in each lane. It looks like Burlesque is going to take the early lead. Everybody's around the turf. Cars are turning, spinning. Oh, we got a little bit of a mess this time. Burlesque still in the lead. The Evo close behind, and behind him is the T-Bird, and that's how they'll finish. Burlesque, Evo, and T-Bird. Look back, and I'll bet we're going to find the Porsche up in the corner. Sometimes when they get slowed down in those curves, they just can't stay on the track. So here's a look at the cars and the scores. It looks like the next round's going to be the Burlesque and the Evo, 20 points and 8 points respectively. So here's our third group in Pool A. Michael's Diecast Racing has a Evo. Uncle Elvis Racing has the Blue Shark, the League of Speed, Austin Martin, and Bad Burn with the big Chevy Silverado. They're around the first turn. Everybody's still in action. Around the second to the narrowing. It looks like everybody's going to finish on this one. Oh, so we've got the Austin Martin, then the Evo, the Blue Shark, and the Silverado. Second heat. Here we go into the mix-up. We got somebody out already in the first curve. It looks like the Evo's fighting hard to take this one. Right behind him, the Austin Martin. The Evo will take first, the Austin Martin second, and the Blue Shark third. Yep, there's the Silverado in the curve. Our third heat, here we go. They're going through. It looks like it's the Evo and the Austin Martin. The Austin Martin's taking the lead. Everybody's through the narrowing. Oh, a lot of turning on this track. The Austin Martin will back across in first, and the Blue Shark will take second. Looks like the other two cars are mixed up and back in the curve. Yeah, just out of the curve. So they won't finish. Here's your third heat. I'm sorry, this is the fourth heat. As they come down, we're through the narrowing, through the curve. All four cars still on their wheels. Nope, the Evo's upside down. Let's see as they come around. It looks like it's going to be the Shark and the Austin Martin, then the Silverado. So if I saw correctly, it looked like, yep, got upside down. The Evo did come down the hill. So let's take a look at these cars and the scores. Looks like Uncle Elvis's Blue Shark has second and League of Speed has first. So both cars will advance. Congratulations. Now to the fourth heat in Pool A. We've got the 68 Nova of the racer who says knee, a way too fast Lady of Speed, Mazda, RX-7, R&R, and Po' Boy's got an F40. Here we go down the track. A lot of mixing up. All four cars still on their wheels. Question is, will they finish? It looks like the F40 is going to take first, the Way Too Fast second, and third will go to the Nova. There's our Way Too Fast and Nova up on the track, the RX-7. Going to heat 2 now. As they start their way down, going through. Oh, somebody's upside down through the mix. It looks like the Way Too Fast got out of there well, and the F40 is going to be following. So 5 points for the Way Too Fast, 3 points for the F40. Go back up and look, and I think we'll see where the other two cars have actually come off and are in the curve there. There we are. So we'll change lanes and start our next heat. they go. Everybody makes it through now not through the first curve though. Made it through the narrowing. The Way Too Fast is turned sideways. We've got cars left and right. The Way Too Fast is going backwards down the track. Got hit by the Mazda a while ago, and he will finish for 5 points. And the only car to finish, yep, look back up. We've got a 2 in the second curve, and the other one is up in the first curve, the F40. So only the Way Too Fast finishes that round. This is our last heat. We start down the track, we get to the narrowing, everyone's through. Everyone through turn 1. Looks like a lot of cars, everybody may finish at this point if they can get out of the way of each other. Looks like the Way Too Fast is going to take first, the Nova second, F40 third, and the other car didn't finish. Nope, he got tangled up in the last curve and didn't finish. So when we take a look at our 4 cars, looks like the advanced cars are going to be the Way Too Fast of Lady of Speed and the F40 from Po' Boy Racing. Let's go to Pool B. We've got Art Command with a Porsche 911, Madness Motorsports with a 69 Dodge Charger, Gen X with a Midrift, and Hot Wheels Calgary with a Scion. Down the track they go. Midrift and Scion are fighting for first. The Midrift has made his way through, spinning, but around the track still. He is going to hit the last turn with the Scion right behind him. He'll take first, the Scion second, and last will go to the Dodge Charger. Or not last, but third place. The other car did not finish. He is up at the Porsche. On to the second heat. Lanes are changed, and here we go. Midrift doing a good job. His Scion and Midrift are, it looks like the 2 front runners here. Midrift through the narrowing with the Scion. As they come around, then the Midrift is going to take first, the Scion second, the Charger third, and let's see, yep, here comes the Porsche just around the track. Art Command there with a 1 point for his car. And here is round 3, or heat 3. We'll start down the track. There's Midrift again out front. Looks like he's pretty much going to dominate this heat. And then behind him is the Charger. The Charger will take second. The Scion, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not the Scion. Scion's back on the track. That was the Porsche. Here's our last heat. Scion needs to come do some work on this race if he's going to get through it. But he is, though. He's taking the lead over Midrift and then the Porsche. They'll all finish. The Scion, the Midrift, the Porsche, and the Charger will finish last. And because, looking at the cars, because of the win for Scion in third place, he will advance along with the Midrift. So let's take a look at the second group in Pool B. Fast 5 Racing has the F-Racer. Hot Wheel Racer Mike has the Datsun 510. Your Nightmare Racing, the Ferrari F40. And Jim L has the Studebaker. They're into the first. We've got 1 car out already with a squeeze. Now it looks like the Ferrari and the Studebaker, followed close behind by the Datsun. And that's how they will finish, 5, 3, and 2 points respectively. The Ferrari will take the first win, which means the F-Racer is up there in the mix, got caught in the squeeze. Second heat, we go through again, the Ferrari and the Studebaker fighting pretty much for first and second. Looks like the Ferrari's out front at the moment. He comes around the turf and he will take first, the Studebaker second. Third place will go to the Datsun, and the F-Racer will pick up 1 point for last. So here's our next heat, third heat. Studebaker just makes it through the mess by himself, and it looks like he will, if he finishes, yes. He's going to get 5 points for the third heat. Here's our fourth and last heat. Down the track we go through the squeeze. Looks like the F-Racer got squeezed out again. It's the Studebaker and the Ferrari, and the Studebaker will finish, then the Ferrari, and then the Datsun 510. So looking at it with the scores, so Jim L's Studebaker and Nightmare Racing's F40 Ferrari will advance to the next round. Congratulations, guys. Let's look at the next heat. Mark D of CRC Racing has a Ferrari F40 Gold version. Red Pills got the Carbonite. Toon Tracks, the Copo Camaro, and Simon D has an Impreza. The blue car as they come around looks like Carbonite and the Impreza are fighting for first and second. The F40 is off the track at the top, the Carbonite, the Impreza, and then the Copo Camaro will finish for third. Heat 2, into the squeeze. Everybody, nope, somebody's come off at the beginning, and down we come. It looks like the F40 is going to get through this mess. The F40 will finish first. The Impreza will finish second. Third will go to no one as the other two cars are still on the track. That means, there we are right there. Carbonators to the bottom. Up at the top in the curve is the Camaro. There's the Camaro, Copo Camaro. And there's your Carbonator. So he's turned over. This is heat 3. Changed our lanes, of course. Everybody's through the squeeze. Everybody's around the first turn. Carbonator's just rocking off with this one. If he can stay on the track, he will finish for 5. Third will go to, or 3 points will go to the F40. And the other two cars are tangled up in the second curve. Last heat of the day for this group. Carbonator again beats him to the front. The Impreza's in seconds. Copo Camaro, now these turn sideways. I don't think they're going to make it. So only 2 cars will finish in this heat. Looks like the Camaro and the F40 are tied up here. When we run our totals, the Carbonator has 15 points, and also Simon D with the Impreza. That second place finish at the end pushed that car into second and on to the next round. The last heat in Pool B is J4X's 300Z, the Rogue Racers Pontiac GTO, Collections F40, the Black Ferrari, and Big Poppy's Shadow Jet. Here we go. Looks like the Black Ferrari's out front, the Shadow Jet in second, and he will finish that way. Third will go to the 69 Pontiac GTO. The 300's in the corner there. So we'll do this again. Second heat down. Mix it up and go. That Black 40's out in front again, but this time the GTO is going to end up in second, and they look and fight for third. It looks like third will go to the 300Z, and the Shadow Jet will get fourth. Third heat, through the squeeze, through the corner. Everybody's still on their feet. Around they go. Looks like the F40 is just dominating this race. Second will go to the Shadow Jet. Third to the Nissan, and last to the GTO. There's your shot to show the Shadow Jet nosed him out. Fourth heat. This will matter. We've got a close running. Somebody needs to take second place. The Ferrari is dominating every race. It looks like if he gets through this, he will. The Z cars coming in backwards takes second. Third to the Shadow Jet, and 1 point for the GTO. Here's how it falls out. The F40 takes first and the Shadow Jet second, just because he finished every race. Consistency does matter. Let's go to Pool C. This is Art Command, his Skyline. Then Kaboom Racers with the Nude List. Madness Motorsports with the Testarossa, and Hot Wheels Calgary with Speed Bump. They go through the squeeze. Everybody's nope. Nude List has come off. Speed Bump's just running off on this one. It looks like he will take first. The question is, will anyone else finish? The Testarosa's off the track, and the Skyline is going to take second place. So 5 and 3. There's the Nude List in the little break there, or in the little covey. Second heat. Here we go. Down the group, fighting. It looks like the Ferrari's in front at the moment. He is. Nude List is coming in second, pushing hard. He comes off the track, but then gets back on, and he will finish second. Then Speed Bump third. Last goes to the Skyline. So that's 2 heats. Here's 3. Down we go. Speed Bump's in the lead at the moment. The Nude List is in second. Then the Ferrari. Then the Skyline. All they got to do is make it down the track. Speed Bump, Nude List, Ferrari, and the Skyline will make third or fourth. Last heat. Tight thing. Here we go. Oh, we got a big mix up there. Speed Bump is broke off and ahead. Will anyone else get through that? There are some cars coming down, I think. Yeah, they are. Speed Bump will finish first. The other car, the Testarossa, will end up getting second for 3 points. And the Skyline, yes, third place for 2. The new list is up there, knocked off. So here's our 4 cars. Let's take a look at our scores. Hot Wheel Calgary's Speed Bump and Madness Motorsports Testarossa will both move on as the top 2 finishers. Next group, Simon D has an MR11. Po' Boy Racing has an Evo. Nick Devers Racing their Camaro IROC. And another Evo with Taiwan on Sandy. Here they go down. They're fighting. It looks like a couple of the Evos and the Camaro are fighting off the track, back on the track. Here we go to the end. It looks like, too close to call. The IROC and the Evo of Taiwan on Sandy. And the IROC nudges out the Evo. So the IROC goes first, the Evo second, the other Evo was third. So here we go with our group again. The MR11 did not finish, in case you were wondering. This is our second heat. Around they go, around they go. The IROC is being pushed down the track, and now we'll take first as the MR11 finishes second. Not quite sure how all that happened, but the 2 Evos got mixed up pushing the Camaro, and they didn't make it through. So here's heat 3. Through the squeeze, everyone's coming. There's one off. That's the Camaro. So we've got an Evo in front, the MR11 in second. He does a flip, and Po' Boy's Evo finishes. Taiwan on Sandy's takes second. And third goes to the MR11. There's Mr. Devers in the net, if you want to call it that. Last heat, close race, folks. We look like an Evo off. Here's the IROC all in front by himself. Off the track. Back on. He got back on. Being pushed. No one is going to finish. So the last heat has to be run again. Close race, folks. Close race. Here we go. Evo in front. The Camaro gets tied up with him. Here comes the MR11. These 3 are pushing through the first, and it will finish Evo first, MR11 second, the Camaro third, and Po' Boy's Evo last. So here's how the numbers look. The IROC and Taiwan on Sandy's Evo will advance with 12 and 11 points. Next up, JX4's Way Too Fast. Uncle Elvis has a front-running Fairmont. Rust Belt has a Porsche 917, and Mark D has a Lancer Evo. Here we go. Through the stretch, the Porsche has a slow start. As he gets through, we've got one car over on his side, pushed back. That's the front the Fairmont's acting like a bulldozer. The question is, yes, he's going to finish. He's going to get downhill around the curve and finish all by his lonesome. The weight of that car helped it a good bit. You can tell the cars are turned over there. Didn't make it through the first curve, and we go to heat 2. So the front-running Fairmont takes an early lead. Here we go through the second set, and he's off. The front-running Fairmont's off the track. Here we go with an Evo. This is Mark D, and his Evo is gonna win the second heat. And is anyone else? No one else is gonna finish. They're all dog-piled too. So here we go to heat 3. Got a dead heat for this point. And we go around, and they're mixing it up. It looks like all the cars are still on their feet. Here comes an Evo off the track, on the track, back and forth. The Evo's first, the Way Too Fast second, and the Porsche 917 is third. Looks like, Fairmont did not finish. Here's the last heat of the race. Down they come. Everyone is through the squeeze. Everyone's around the first curve. Wow, the Evo's jumping out early and often in this race. He's going to take first place here. Second place is going to go to the Fairmont. Third to the Way Too Fast. And the Porsche ends up with fourth. Now, there is a scoring mistake, but it will not matter as you look at these cars. There are 5 points for the Way Too Fast, 15 for the Evo. It doesn't matter. Evo and their front-running Fairmont will advance. The last group in C-Pool, League of Speeds, Honda Civic, Little Mayhem's Mitsubishi Spider, Red Pill Racing's Camaro IROC, and Hot Wheels Collection's Mazda RX-7. Here they go into the squeeze. We've got one down. There's 3 cars on the tracks coming around. It looks like the Mazda just shot past the IROC. The Mazda is going to finish in first. The IROC is going to impede the Honda Civic, and yeah, all three cars are caught up. So the little Mazda RX-7 takes first from Hot Wheels Collection. Here's our second heat. Everybody's through the squeeze here. Down we go, turning around. The Civic's in first, and he's going to come out of the second turn in first by himself. And the RX-7 will start down the track. Now, if he can make the final curve, he does. He'll finish second for 3 points. So the Honda takes first, and here's the IROC and the Spider caught up in the curve. Here's our third heat. They all start into the squeeze around the corner. Everybody's still rolling down the track. The Camaro's taking off this time. Off the track he goes, back on the track. That's twice now we've seen that. So let's see. The Camaro takes first, the Civic second, the Spider third, and there's your little picture that shows the Civic beat the Spider out. The RX-7 finished last for 1 point. So here's our last heat for Pool C. We come down. We've got the Civic. It looks like the Camaro's out in front, way out. Oh, he spun. The Civic shoots by him. Here comes the RX-7, goes to the inside, passes him. And, well, nobody's going to finish. So that's a no finish for the first of Heat 4. So we're going to do that again. And down we go. The IROC's having problem. The Matchbox are having problems staying on it. I don't know whether they're just too heavy, too fast, or what it is. But this time the Civic is going to dominate and win. The Mazda RX-7 is going to take second. And I think we're going to find that the IROC is back in the curve, turned upside down. And where is our Spider at? Up in the covey. So here's the finishing for this group. A little bit of a surprise. First is going to go to the Honda Civic from League of Speed. Second to Hot Wheels Collection Mazda RX-7. The Matchbox Laser Wheels just having a tough time on this course. Pool D. And the first group, Rogue Ranger has a Diablo. Big Poppy has a 97 Corvette, a BMW Roadster for Dirty Deeb, and on the outside, Fast 5 has that 80s Corvette. Looks like we got a mess in the first. Oh, but the Corvette, Big Poppy, may actually win a heat of something here. Look at here. And the 97 Corvette backs his way through and takes Heat 1. Here's Heat 2. Everybody's through the mash. Here we go. Corvette in first place right now, followed by the BMW, then the Diablo, and that's how they'll finish, first, second, and third. There's our Corvette back up come off the track. Here's Heat 3. Right now the Corvette with 10 points. Let's see, we'll get into this. Come down the track. The Corvette again is in the lead, followed by the Corvette's come off the track. The Diablo then will take first. Second will go to the Corvette, and third to the BMW Roadster. Goodness. So the Corvette off the track, and we go to the fifth heat. And the Corvette's out in front again. This time he will stay on. The other cars are mixed up in the corner. Corvette will take first. Here comes the BMW Roadster. He will take second. And that means that the other two cars did get tied up in the corner and off the track. Well, here's how they're going to finish. The Corvette will advance with 15, as well as Dirty Deeb's BMW Roadster. The finish there at the last got them second place. Next up, racers who say knee. They have a Ferrari 355. Silverback Racing has a Robo Formula car. Toon Tracks has a DeLorean, and Hot Wheel Racer Mike has the What For 2. Here we go down the track, through the squeeze, through the first corner. Everybody's still on their wheels. They're fighting through the first, or the second narrowing. It looks like the What For 2 is going to get in front and take the win, knocked across by the Ferrari 355. So first for What For 2, second for the Ferrari. Here's the DeLorean, and he has run out of gas, not going to make it. So we'll go to the second heat. Everybody changes lanes, of course, and down we go into the squeeze. Yep, somebody's pulled up there short. Looks like the Ferrari's in first, fighting with the DeLorean, who will take second, and third place will go to the Formula, or the Robo car, Formula E. What For 2 was caught up in the curve. Third heat, Lanes changed. Here we go. Through the squeeze. Everybody's still in. Everybody's still rolling. Looks like the Ferrari is walking off with this one. The 355 will take first. The What 42 will take second. Third will go to the DeLorean. And the Robocar did not make it to the second curve. Here's the last heat. It's a close match, folks. A lot of things can happen a lot of different ways. Depends on how they finish. The DeLorean's in first at this moment. The What 42 second. No, we just got passed by the Ferrari. So it will be DeLorean first, Ferrari second, What 42 third, and the Robocar fourth. Here's what the scoring looks like. The Ferrari takes it easy, but whoa, Nelly, we got a race-off between Toon Tracks Racing and the DeLorean and Hot Wheel Racers Mike. What 42? One race, winner advances. Here we go. Down the track they go. The What 42 takes the early lead, bounces off the track. Oh, but no, the DeLorean just shot by him. Then he turns around. The What 42 catching up. Who's going to cross? The DeLorean. Toon Tracks Faster Than Ever DeLorean will take second. Here's a race with some heavy hitters. MDG's Roger Dodger 2, Jim L's Ferrari F40, Peter B's front-running Fairmont, and Lady of Speed with that Chrysler 300. This is probably the best group we've got in the front four out of the entire race. When I put them on the board, I was like, oh, Nelly. Here we go. The F40 has jumped to the lead. That's Jim L., his entry. Second place car is the fast-running Fairmont. That's Peter B. with his entry. The other two cars upside down is the Chrysler and, yeah, both in the curve. So now we're going back to Heat 2. Ferrari up 5-3 over the Fairmont. Here we go. Into the race. Three cars still on their wheels. It looks like the Chrysler's backwards, but on top of things, the Roger Dodger goes off the track. The Chrysler will finish for first. The Fairmont second. There's the Roger Dodger. He lost it there at the end, and there's the F40 that came off at the very beginning. So now we've got two number cars in the front. Here we go to Heat 3. Looks like the Chrysler's jumped out again. That's the F40, and that's how they're going to finish, first and second. Here comes the Roger Dodger 2.0, and he is going to make third. So he gets 2 points. And there's the Fairmont up in the curve. Last heat. All this matters, folks. Tight race. Here we go. They come down. Roger Dodger has taken the lead. He's in first place. Oh! One comes off. That was the Chrysler. Here comes the front-running Fairmont. It's going to back across for second. So let's take a look at what happens after that heat. Look at this, folks. 10, 9, 8, 7. The top two advance is going to be the front-running Fairmont and Lady of Speed's Chrysler 300. Every race matters, even if you finish last. Our last group of the day. Your Nightmare Racing has a 300ZX. Bad Burn Racing has an Audi RS6 Avant. Rhett Nelson Rogers Racing has a Way Too Fast, and Gen X Racing has a custom V8 Vega. It's white. Here we go. Everybody's in and around the curve. Nope, someone's come off into the curtain. Looks like the Vega's in front. Right behind him is the 300Z or SX. No, it's ZX, I'm sorry. The Way Too Fast will finish third. So here we go with Heat 2. Down we go through the squeeze. Up, the custom Vega's caught up in that. Here's the Avant. The Audi's out in front. Cars are coming afterwards. We'll see how they do. The Audi finishes first. Second goes to the 300ZX, and third goes to the custom V8 Vega. There's the Way Too Fast, turned over upstairs. Heat 3, here we go. Down they go through the squeeze. A little bit of jockey in there, but it looks like everybody's still... Nope, someone's come off. Down they go. It looks like the 300ZX... No, he's come off the track. So he's not going to finish. Anyone else? No, we're not going to have finishers. We're rerunning Heat 3. Here we go. Into the squeeze. Oh, the Vega. No, the Way Too Fast gets pushed off by the Vega. The Vega's in first place. The 300ZX behind him. And here comes the Audi. So that's how they'll finish. The Vega, the 300ZX. No, the 300ZX is in the corner. So the Audi finishes second. Now we go to the last heat, folks. This is tight. This is tight. We need good finishes here if you want to advance. Here we go into it. The ZX is out in front. Next is the Avant. Next comes the Vega. That's how they will finish. Nissan, Audi. No, that's the way too fast. Where's the Vega? Look back, and I'll bet he's in turn 2. He didn't make it. So here's what this group's going to look like. The V8 Vega is going to win with a 12, but we have a tie for second between the 300ZX and the Audi. It's race time, folks. Bad Burns Audi and Your Nightmare Racing's custom 300ZX. First to finish gets second place. Here we go. They're coming off. The 300ZX is in front. No, the Audi just shot past him. He lost his way, lost his traction, went sideways. The Audi, he's trying to catch, cannot. And the Audi RS6 Avant wins. We will report the scoring at the end of the entire event, folks, and you'll be able to follow it. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Next week, the second part of round 1.
This has been a Big Poppy Racing production.